Annie, will you call the roll?
Mayor Shesley,
Here.
Vice Mayor Rice,
Here.
Councilman Albright,
Here.
Town Manager Hicks.
Here.
We have two sets of minutes on the agenda for approval tonight. The February 3rd town meeting minutes and the February 24th work session minutes. Are there any corrections or additions?
I had none.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. The minutes will be approved as presented. Since we had no permits last month, then we'll move straight into the finance report. Ginger?
Finance report for February 2014. Beginning cash balance, it's a negative $349.92 and 37 cents. Total revenues, $694,129.30. Total expenditures, $489,385 and 57 cents, with an ending cash balance of a negative $144,348 and 64 cents. Total investments, $1,712,490.12. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Next, we have the town manager's report, followed by the code enforcement report and the planning commission report.
Town Manager's Report, February 2014. Please have your trash curbside by 7:30 a.m. on the day of your scheduled pickup. As always, new members are still needed for the Economic Development Commission, Board of Zoning Appeals, and Ethics Commission. The town's annual audit is complete. Public Works has begun to work along the Connector Trail. The work will be completed this month, weather permitting. Work on the new website is well underway. Work on next year's budget is underway. Public hearing will be held on April the 10th at 7 p.m. here at the Village Green Pavilion. Okay, the town has received a grant in the amount of $30,000 from MDE for our ENR performance for 2013. The town has received 4 bids for the Trailhead Plaza located on the Village Green. That's under new business. Recycling with waste management. If for any reason your recycling is not picked up on Wednesday, the recycling will be picked up that following Saturday. The town is looking into providing toters for recycling, also for trash as well. The Kayak and Canoe Shop located at the end of Mattingly Avenue will open in mid-April. And last but not least, the town has received the consent orders on the properties at 4005, 4011, and 4077 Indian Head Highway. The property owner will be made to bring the property up to minimum standards per the International Property Maintenance Code.
I have one comment on Ryan's note about the MDE giving us a $30,000 grant for our ENR performance. ENR performance is enhanced nutrient removal, and that's at our wastewater treatment plant. So the upgrade we did to the treatment plant a number of years ago seems to be working well and is removing nutrients below our current permit requirements. So we're in good shape until it rains real hard and we have a lot of I&I. Ryan?
Code Enforcement Report, February 2014. The town issued 4 notices of violations during the month. One was a miscellaneous violation, and the other 3 were rental license violations. The town also performed 27 rental inspections during the month of February. Planning Commission Report, February 2014. The Planning Commission began reviewing suggested changes to the official table of use regulations in the zoning ordinance. And last but not least, we have the Economic Development Commission report. There was no meeting, so we have no report to get.
Thank you, Ryan. Are there any questions on the reports?
I have none.
Anybody in the audience have a question on any of the reports presented? Seeing none, then we'll move on to Well, we can't move on to Bureau of Fire Prevention. He's not here, so I guess that'll be next month. So we're coming up to Community Affairs. Karen?
Good evening, everybody. The smoke signals, our quarterly publication from the town, the spring edition was just mailed out recently, and all town residents and businesses within the incorporated town should be receiving it by U.S. mail or by email if you requested that. If you're not getting it, please call Annie at the town hall, and she'll make sure that that gets corrected. The Community Activities Committee will meet tomorrow night, Tuesday, March 11th at 7 o'clock here in the Village Green Pavilion. We're not meeting in April because we'll be together several times for different events. And then we'll meet again Tuesday, May 13th here at 7 o'clock. And of course, new volunteers are always welcome. The annual bike ride, Charles County Sheriff's Office, United Way, and Springdale, along with the town of Indian Head, is on Saturday, March 22nd. It's here in the Village Green Pavilion, and it, of course, goes along the trail. You can ride at your leisure, and you could ride all 13 miles, or actually 26 total, or you can ride as little or as much as you want. You can check in at 9 a.m. It starts at 10 a.m., and we finish at 2. Your registration fee includes your an event backpack, lunch, and beverages. And lunch is provided by the town's Community Activities Committee. Helmets are mandatory for all riders. And you can call 301-609-4844, or you can visit www.unitedwaycharles.org for more information or to register. The Charles County Sheriff's Office Annual Crime Watch Kickoff is at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, March the 26th at the Waldorf J.C.'s Hall, and the public is welcome to attend that. It's a great way to meet and interact with people throughout the county and as well as the Sheriff's Office officials. Free countywide household hazardous waste collection and recycling for 2014 resumes with the first Saturday in April, on April the 5th, and it runs every first Saturday, April through December. It's at the Department of Public Works on Audie Lane off of Radio Station Road in La Plata, and that's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you need more information, you can call Charles County at 301-932-3599. The town's children's spring party and Easter egg hunt is on Saturday, April the 6th from 2 to 4 here in the pavilion and on the Village Green. It's for birth to 12 years accompanied by an adult. It's $2, all ages at the door, except for infants under 1 are free. And it includes lunch, carnival, and guessing games, 4-H bunnies display, children's craft making, door prizes, and the Easter egg hunt for 12 years and under. And of course, we have our photo with the Easter bunny area, and those are $1 each. And don't forget to bring your Easter basket. For all town volunteers who volunteer their time and efforts on behalf of the town for the last year, our volunteer appreciation dinner will be on Thursday, April the 24th at 7 o'clock here at the Village Green inside the pavilion. And invitations should be going out either by email or by mail to all volunteers, so watch for those. And our Village Green Flea Market will start for the 2014 series on Saturdays beginning May the 10th. Instead of the first weekend in May because of the second Taste of Indian Head. And it runs through October 25th. And Bike to Work Wellness Day is Friday, May 16th, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. here in the Village Green Pavilion. It's free admission. It's fun for the whole family. The official welcoming ceremony is at 9:45, and then there's various things that go on, and we participate with the 5th graders from the Indian Head Elementary School. And Memorial Day ceremony and luncheon is on Friday, May the 30th at 11 a.m. here in the building. That too is a free public event, and we serve a complimentary luncheon immediately after the ceremony. And then coming up on April 27th, which is Sunday, the 7th annual Charles County Crime Solvers Blaine Lassard Memorial Trap Shoot is being held. It's at the Metro Gun Club on Poplar Hill Road in Waldorf. I am a life member of the Charles County Crime Solvers, and I participate in all of the things on behalf of the town of Indian Head. I do have tickets available for the shotgun or cash drawing, your choice of a Benelli shotgun or $750 cash, and you need not be present to win. And then we have the, Charles County Crime Solvers 4th Annual Golf Tournament on Tuesday, June the 10th at Potomac Ridge Golf Course, and that starts at 8:30, and a shotgun start at 10 a.m. It includes lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is being provided. And again, the Crime Solvers things obviously benefit the Crime Solvers program of Charles County. And we did set our astronomy night, which is, well, it'll be here before we know it, Saturday, October 4th from 8 to 10:30 p.m. in the Village Green Park. I just set that last week. And one more thing on behalf of our little friend Hunter Paulin. He is on the DI team for Indian Head Elementary, and he's in a program called Art Heals, and it's help make kids happy. Art helps keeps kids entertained. They are collecting art supplies for kids in the hospital, and you can either donate supplies or you can do a monetary donation, and it would be the Indian Head Elementary Little Rascals DI team. Cash is preferred, so they may split it between the two hospitals. And the deadline is March the 13th. And there's no contact number on here, but I can give you Wendy, his mom's number, if anybody's interested. And all of the things I just talked about, with the exception of astronomy night, is on the back counter there. Any questions? There's a quiz, so I hope you all took a lot of notes. No questions? Awesome. I hope to see everybody at all of our events. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Next, we have Charles County Recreation, Suleiman Rabi.
Good evening, everyone. I have a few updates from over at the pool. Our winter season is over. We're now back to operating at our spring schedule. So we open up at 3:30 every single day of the week. With that, now that we're opening earlier, we are bringing back our after-school swim time. Any Charles County Public Schools student that wants to come in before 5:30 gets in for $2. So that's a good incentive for all the kids if they're trying to, spend some time getting some exercise and, doing some fun stuff before the parents come home. It's almost like an aftercare for pretty cheap. The spring and summer edition of the guide was just released on Wednesday. You'll find all of our programs and classes we're offering all the way through August, not just for the pool, but all of Charles County Recreation. I have a few copies of it back there, but chances are most of you got one in the mail or home from school or in the Independent or something like that. They distribute them everywhere. Coming up this month, we have a few programs starting. Our first session of swim lessons starts tomorrow. It'll go every Tuesday and Thursday from tomorrow until April the 3rd. And then immediately following swim lessons, we'll have, I think there's 4 different classes worth of swim lessons going on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Immediately following that, we have our Intro to Fitness Swimming for adults. That program is designed for adults with a decent base, but they really want to get into swimming for exercise. If you can swim a lap or two, that's good, but you're not really getting a lot of a workout from that. So this course is designed to get you into swimming a little bit more, build the cardio up, that sort of stuff. The second session starts this week as well. It starts Saturday. It'll go for 8 weeks, 8 classes. We're going to skip May the 3rd. It's the first Saturday in May. The Special Olympics Spring Games is held at Lackey. So we shut our facility down, and that takes over for the whole day. It's a great event. But because of that, we skipped that day and we moved to the 9th, I believe, is the final Saturday of that session. Those classes are morning classes. Prior to that, we have our Adult Learn to Swim hour. It's similar to the Intro to Fitness Swim. If you think of it in levels, we have 1, 2, and 3. This is the level 1 class. This is for people that aren't really that comfortable in the water at all. I've seen people in the 8-week course go from not even wanting to put their face in the water to, swimming laps. That's not typical. Not everybody should expect that when coming to this program, but it has happened. I've seen it. Another program that's just beginning, it's for some of our more advanced kids. We just had, tonight was the first night, it's our Lackey Swim Club. We had 22 kids sign up so far. We have this go from now until May 21st, and we're going to have a swim meet the last Saturday of that session. It's going to be us versus North Point. You know, they're not really competing, but they'll be bragging rights, so I hope that our kids do well. The evening of March 21st, it's a Friday night, we're going to have a pickup basketball game in the pool. It'll be from 6:30 until 8:30. Regular admission, $5. Anybody who comes out, you know, play basketball. I've got a bunch of my lifeguards. If we don't have a big turnout, I'll put my lifeguard team up against everybody else. So we'll see what happens there. Going on right now, currently, is our water aerobics. It just started from 7 to 8. Tonight's the first night that we went back to our spring hours, 7 to 8 p.m. It is $6 if you want to just drop in, or we could get you a punch card, $40 for 8 visits. It'll save you $1 per visit if you go that route. Monday evenings, we do the shallow end. And then on Wednesday evenings, we encourage people to put on a buoyancy belt and head out to the deep end. It's a little bit lower impact, a little bit more cardio in the deep end. But I understand not everybody might be comfortable out there, so you don't have to. Don't let the deep end title discourage you on Wednesdays. Still come out. You can stay in the shallow end. There's no pressure. Moving on to next month, we are going to have our underwater Easter egg hunt. It's our biggest event of this time of the year. The other large event we do is the Swimming with Santa. But underwater Easter egg hunt will be on the evening of Thursday the 10th. It's 6:30 to 8 in the evening. It's only $4. We look forward to like 100 plus people coming out. We do an Easter egg scavenger hunt in the water, everywhere from the zero depth entry where it's, you know, gradual down to 2.5 feet. We'll have a bunch of eggs there for the younger kids. Then we go out to the shallow end, and then there'll even be a bunch of them out in the deep end for, you know, those more daring scavengers. For that event, registration is required, but we do accept registration at the door, so don't feel any, you know, reason to not come out because you didn't pre-sign up. We'll take care of you at the door. And then finally, the last thing I have for next month, the last big event coming up, we had, you know, last week's meeting was canceled because of the weather. We're still waiting to see how that plays out for Charles County Public Schools schedule. Once we figure out how that's going to affect spring break, that'll change our spring break swim. But any days that are officially spring break days, we will be opening from 1 in the afternoon until 8 in the evening. Anybody who shows up before 4 o'clock gets in for $2. Children, adults, anybody. So if you show up at 1 o'clock, you could swim for $2 for 7 hours any of those days, if that's what you want to do. It's a long day. You probably won't want to stay that long, but that's an option. And with that, it looks like I am done. Does anybody have any questions for me? Nothing? All right.
We have the community policing report from one of our newest residents in the town of Indian Head, Officer Elliott.
Good evening, everybody. Just touching on a couple things. The Charles County Sheriff's Office annual bike ride, we will be riding the trail with everyone that shows up. It is Saturday, March 22nd. Check-in is at 9 o'clock. It starts at 10. And you can ride at your own leisure, but obviously, since Charles County Sheriff's Office annual bike ride, Charles County Sheriff's Office will be there. The second thing is we do have the annual Crime Watch kickoff, March 26th, and encourage everybody to go there, represent Indian Head. I'll be there, the district commander will be there, and it'll be nice just to share concerns, thoughts, how we're doing, what you'd like to see improved. On a side note, we're always preaching to call the sheriff's office if you see something. It's been awesome because we finally got a call of someone watching out for their neighbors of a truck pulling in with hoses going out to their oil tank and taking oil. Police were called, very good response, got there, and it was the neighbor refilling his oil tank. But it was good that the neighbors are watching out. That's what we want. We want people to call and tell us when there's an issue. And, you know, the person that called didn't recognize the people and called the police, which we were supposed to do. And we responded, and everything turned out to be good, but that's what we're supposed to do. Also, our graduating class has just graduated out of the academy, and they're in the town. They'll be around on FTL. So if you see cars with 2 officers in it, that's an officer in training that's learning to do our job. And, they're learning, so be patient, but everything's good with that. Other than that, I think that's it. Is there any questions? Okay, good, thanks.
Thank you. We have no briefings tonight, so we'll move into resolutions, ordinances. We have 3 resolutions tonight and one